베이킹 넣는 거예요? 각질 넣은 거예요. 요것도 괜찮긴 한데 이건 가격이 더 쌀 거예요. 그 아파는 제일 싸. 그러면 여기 하나 주고 61
그러면 이거
요거를 약간 하나를 그거는 저기 한 1cm 정도는 나중에 사이즈를 조정해야 될 거예요.
이거 내가 눌러야지.
Stepping out of the shadow in my room, caught between cowboy clouds and misty moon. Silver dress, sparkle lights, crystal blue. I was lost to the menace of my mind, sucker punched by love most of my life. Told myself I would always toe the line. Tripped on love and fell, you shook me out my shell. Now I know you well. Tripped on love and fell, you shook me out my shell. Now I know you well. I fell for you. I fell for you. Life can switch from light